We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.
Hear me. That makes it even better that nobody could hear me the whole time. Welcome again. I got one like, but they probably couldn't hear me to Taking No Shorts podcast, a special broadcast, a watch along of Wrestlemania 41. Night one is WrestleMania that got so big over the year. Ooh, that's a fly. That's not good. It's gotten so huge that they done now split it up into 2 nights. I don't know how long that's been since they've been doing it. I say the last 5 years, maybe they've been doing the 2 nights, which is a bit much. That's about 8 hours of pro wrestling and a 2-day period. And, you know, again, it hasn't got that big. I'm hoping folks will watch along. I'm not promoting the service. I'm just saying this is where WrestleMania is at. It's on Peacock. It is a pay streaming service, so you would have to pay to watch or watch along with your boy Jay Grizzy Green. To catch this stream, you can go to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Taking No Shorts Pod. That's spelled TAKINNOSHORTSPOD, and at Jay Grizzo. That's at JAYGRIZZO. And if you click on those links, you will see past episodes of Taking No Shorts Pod, including the live stream of this. Again, it's the live stream of the watch along of WrestleMania. Favorite pro wrestlers, anybody? Y'all want to hit me in the chat, hit me in the comment section. pretty easy if you watch pro wrestling. We've got about another 5 minutes before they go live on WrestleMania, and I'm watching it down here, but I'll talk to you all up there. Favorite pro wrestler or favorite WrestleMania moment? We don't. I know there was a TikTok trend saying we listen and don't judge. I'm not going to. Your boy Jay Grizzly is not judging. I can be a bit of a pro wrestling snob, and then I'm a traditionalist, but I'm not too gnarled and grayed out that I'm not a progressive at the same time. So don't fret and hold your panties in a bunch. AEW, CM Punk, and independent wrestling marks. I will be using a lot of pro wrestling fan terms tonight. So if I sound like a pro wrestling nerd, forgive me. But that's just the wrestling snob about me. Sometimes, when you get around some highfalutin people and they be dropping names, they know this, they know that. And then they use fancy words for food. Instead of duck, they say, I think it's foie gras. Well, la veau froid is some Frenchy name for baked duck, pretty much. So that's what I'm going to do in wrestling terms tonight for the podcast. It's gotten pretty warm here. I'm remodeling my setup here to get some central air. So if it looks like I'm sweating in here tonight because of the temperatures going up, I did not pop a Molly. Oh shit! Where's my drops? Okay. All right. Ain't none of my drops are working. I don't. Oh, that's why.
Exactly.
I cut off all of my stuff. So some people peeked in, some people peeked out, and that's okay. First match, WrestleMania 41. It's getting ready to go live now. There comes Jelly Roll, I think his name is. Is his name Jelly Roll? He's I think I can cut my part on. No, I can't because I ain't nobody gonna be able to hear it. So let's not do that. So I'm gonna be. I'm kind of muting so I don't get shut down because it's a live broadcast. But I think Jelly Roll is singing the national anthem. He's a talented guy, and says a lot. I think his story was he was strung out and down and out, and then he caught a break and took advantage of the break. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And somebody correct me if we got those breaks. I'm not going there tonight. I know plenty of people that probably could have caught those breaks and did the same thing, but I'm not hating on Jelly Roll. Okay, Jelly Roll, thank you. He slimmed down a little bit. Good for him. His health is important. Everybody's health is important. I am going to enjoy myself. It's a Saturday afternoon back here in the RVA that's representing Richmond, Virginia. Some would say Central Virginia. Some would say the DMV. Some would say the South. That's about it. I don't know what else they call Richmond now, the 804. But it's been my home where I'm from. Traveled and lived a lot of other places over the years, but came back home, and I dare say it's not a bad place to live. Vegas is buzzing. It's 4:00 out in Vegas. So by the time this ends at 8:00 Vegas time, 8:00 Eastern, it'll be 11, so it'll be 7 or 8 o'clock. So this thing's going to end pretty early for the folks that are there. So Lord knows what the hell Vegas is going to look like later on tonight. Everybody might be too jacked from watching this, But again, this is, like the Kaiwan say, episode. This is not even a particular episode. This is just an impromptu live I wanted to do because I've been away for so long. It felt like, you see it in the comment, I was in rehab. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know the scuttlebutt, your boy Jay Grizzly was deep in rehab. They had to handcuff me down, and not to belittle, the process, but I'm out and I'm clean. All praises due to God for that. As I'm watching that, CM Punk is in. This woman has had more work done. I can't even tell if that's who is that? That's Charlotte Flair. She looked like Carmella for a second. And then that's Tiffany Stratton. It's going to be the battle of the bad built blonde block rectangular shape pro wrestlers, female wrestlers, because they have no shape. These two girls, nothing wrong with, but I think it's something to say, and that's let's just say this. I'm just going to say this because it means everybody is in this thing, what I'm saying, but I just hope for a good match, and I don't want to get on the lady wrestlers because the lady wrestlers get a lot of flack, but there's some very good women wrestling that has come up in the last 10 to 15 years, which then opens it up to more criticism like the men get. So to be fair, if you want, just like the WNBA, if you want to be on that level without that revenue stream that comes from, and this is not saying that women's sports can't be. I'm a big supporter of women's sports, but if you jump on that horse, you gotta do the ride. That's a metaphor, so to speak, I'm trying to make. But there's criticism that comes when you're making that type of money, you're in that type of spotlight, and so the criticism with these ladies is that they kind of did what's called a shoot, which is pro wrestling has always blurred the lines between what's real and what's put on, or what they call kayfabe. And it was supposed to be a kayfabe or put on or an act, make believe to suspend your belief, but it turned into a shoot, and a shoot is when it becomes real. You're shooting on someone. Somebody says you're shooting on someone, it doesn't mean you're, doing any violence or anything to them with a weapon or nothing like that. But you're doing real stuff. You're trying to put a real wrestling move, which could literally really hurt them. They're not in this to hurt, they're in this to entertain. So they did a shoot interview, which is another layer to it, because a shoot interview means you're supposed to go out there and make believe through words that y'all fighting, but in real life, y'all probably best friends backstage. I'm not revealing anything that, the public doesn't know now about pro wrestling, but they did a shoot interview, and it turned into a shoot, meaning they started talking about each other for real. They got real catty and petty, and you know how women can do in a competitive environment. So looking forward to that match between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, Wrestlemania 41. I'm getting the what they call the early set up, the intros and stuff like that. If you're watching on Peacock, that's the only other way you can watch. You're going to get the commentary from me. Joe, what didn't you get? Joe, and that's Big Brother Joe Almighty. Make sure y'all holler at J&T Meal Prep. They get your food right nice and right. Catering service too. That's my homeboy Joseph Lewis. I don't know what he said something I didn't, but I don't know what he responded to I didn't from. So maybe I didn't do something. I don't know. You might say I didn't get WrestleMania. You don't have Peacock. Can you think they could have came up with a better name for a streaming service than Peacock with NBC? I don't know. I'm sure it lags behind all the other streaming services just on the name. But I could be juvenile. I don't know. We are going to Cutaway. Snickers is the sponsor. W2K, first pro wrestling game. Peace, bro. Get the wrestlers that were friends backstage. Oh no, a lot of them are. A lot of the wrestlers are. It's a business, and they making good money. Damn good money. So there's some that if they known each other for a while, they cool, and then there's some that's not. It's just like any other job. Triple H is standing. Triple H went into the Hall of Fame. That was a bit of a wraparound. If you ask me, I saw a bit of it earlier today. The Hall of Fame, Triple H, Triple H comes from Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He is also known as Paul Levesque. He is also married to Stephanie McMahon, who is also the daughter of the former CEO of the wrestling company they are now running. Very, very, very scandalous and very, very, very controversial, needless to say. Yet alone, his mother-in-law is the Secretary of State, appointed, approved by 60 votes in the Senate. What a world we live in. And I'm finna do commentary to this, I don't know, Chief Content Officer, that's the title. What's some of the craziest titles you've seen for a job? I give you mine. Well, I can't give you mine because then I don't like telling people what I do while I'm not over here taking no shorts. But there's a lot of fancy smancy names for folks when all you should just say is I type information, or I do data, or I bullshit all day, or I delegate. Some people make it seem like delegating shit is a big deal, as in management or upper management. I'm just speaking from my upper from a management point of view. When they say you delegating, in essence, they saying you giving somebody something you ain't gonna do, and that's your job. That's why they do what they do, and that's why you do what you do. So, who's the first match? I think it is Jey Uso and Gunther. I'm waiting after Jelly Roll and after Triple H, and they're showing the house, a view of the house with the set, and we'll see what happens. No, Jey Uso coming out. Mm-hmm. I think Jey Uso. No, it's not Jey Uso. It's a Uso. It's a fake Seth Rollins. What? Jesus Christ! They have more belts on WWE, and they're promoting Fatal Fury, which is what Fatal Fury is, a good video game. So go buy Fatal Fury. This is the most. They plug in everything. Jake Paul or Logan Paul. Logan Paul is promoting his. Oh, okay, so this is part of the intro. I'm sorry because I don't have the sound up, because if I play the sound, then some of the streaming channels, because it's a live event, well, so forgive me if I'm a little behind, guys, in this. But this is the Yeet. I don't know how if somebody picks up a catchphrase 10 years after the catchphrase was hot and make it hot again or make it buzzing again, I guess you could say that's a win for Jey Uso, because his thing is this Yeet, like the song. This song it sounds like a driving. It's a hip hop. I don't know what hip hop beat that is, but I'm sure it's a derivative of some hip hop beat, and they go Yeet. If you're watching along, it's pretty catchy for a wrestling crowd. So the intro is coming out. Oh man, he big timing it today, and he coming through the crowd. He ain't even walking through the regular entrance. He coming through the crowd of a stadium, an NFL stadium, to the ring. So let me see if I can let me see if I could get a little bit of this. A little bit. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to do too much. Would you again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got six electronic devices going, trying to manage this stream here. Hopefully, it doesn't go down, or I don't go down. So Jey Uso, he's a twin. He's Samoan. He is Rikishi's son. So now I'm dating myself. Rikishi, Rikishi to me used to be Fatu, which used to be the Islanders, which used to be the Samoan SWAT team. He's tag team, and I'm saying he used to be the Sultan. He went through, their dad went through a lot of characters, but he's a veteran in pro wrestling back, I want to say 80s, 90s, and 2000. So a good 30 years plus. But now his sons are pro wrestlers, and one of his sons now is in the World Heavyweight Championship picture, which is who is right there right now. The guy, Mr. Yeet himself, Jey Uso. Well, Mr. Main Event is what he called. I don't know how security let that man walk through that stadium like that in Vegas, of all people. That's all. Look it up. I say look it up as I'm sipping on some hen, but just a little bit. My rehab did not include that. Did not include that. But I think I'm free and clear. I know I'm free and clear. I won't relapse. Y'all make sure y'all say to Jay Grizzy, please don't relapse, Jay. Because we missed taking those shows pod. That is Pat McAfee Sports. Jeez Louise, this dude was a punter. I can't, it's a lot of stuff I say. Sometimes people think I'm hating, but it's not. I just can't, I tip my hat to Pat McAfee. Punter, NFL punter, pretty good punter. He kicked the ball. And then he parlayed that into sports media, podcasting. He jumped on it pretty early, YouTube and all that. And now he getting bread from ESPN and he getting bread from WWE. So he might be, let's see, that's 7. He might be 8 figures. He might be. I don't know. He's definitely 7. I'm trying to get to 7. His opponent is going to be Gunther. I think Gunther is who the hell? Chairman of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They had to do that. What kind of world do we live, boy? What kind of world are we living in? Anyway, Jey Uso is waiting for Gunther. Gunther was going to be, no, it wasn't him. It was his sidekick. It was going to be some Nazi name because they were both trying to put their characters were supposed to be German, and they wanted to give them Nazi names, and I was like, how tacky and tasteless can you be, Vince McMahon? Or whoever wrote or came up with that. I'm sure Vince McMahon had to sign off on it. He's no longer with the company, or he allegedly is no longer with the company. And everything I say about somebody is alleged before I get into that situation. But Gunther, who is now the World Heavyweight Champion, i.e. the big gold belt, i.e. Ric Flair's belt. So in the lineage of that, because WWE splits it up a lot sometimes, they have a WWE champion and they have a world champion, but this is for what used to be the big gold belt. Now it's the big WWE belt. It used to be Flair's belt. Again, I told you I'm going to be a bit of a wrestling traditionalist on this stream, so forgive me. If I offend, I don't mean to offend. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the way these intros are coming out for the wrestlers. I ain't gonna be able to do 4 hours. The intro, Jey Uso's intro, took a good 10 minutes. Yeah, might have been a good 15 minutes for the guy to walk out. And I think because he's not a big guy, and not Gunther, but I think why Jey Uso has on like a jumpsuit or whatever is because he's probably 6 foot 6'1", about 205 or something. This guy is probably about 6'4", 6'5", and about two. He probably got down to like 250, 260. So it makes a lot of. I've heard wrestlers say they put on gear like that if they're small to make them look big. Ric Flair said he used to wear his knee pads around his calves because he was conscious of how skinny to him. Look at the sister Alicia Taylor. She got the faux. What is that? A faux mohawk. She look now I got it on mute, y'all. So when she's doing the introductions, she's emoting and it sounds like she's hurting her throat, but I know what I can only imagine what it sounds like live. Like she's getting into it. I get it, but it looks funny when you don't hear it. Shout out to Samantha the Bomb. That was the former ring announcer, Ricochet's wife. She doing big things on IG. Woo. Odds are, saying that Jay is going to win tonight because of the momentum, the crowd reactions. The WWE creative team is not going to let that energy go anywhere. Meaning they're not going to not let it give the crowd what they want. Gunther used to be a bigger guy, meaning he used to be probably about 330, 340. He slimmed down probably with Ozempic. That's a joke. But probably with one of those, GLP-1s that they give you to get you slim. But he also probably worked hard at the same time because you got to be in shape to do what they're doing. But I know if you go back and look up a picture of Gunther and you'd be like, there's a whole different dude. So yeah, odds are that Jay's gonna win. How he's gonna win, I don't know. It's good to have the sound, but it's okay if it's not. He's Samoan by the tats. I don't know if that came off right, but Pacific Islanders, South Pacific Islanders are known for their tattooing expertise, their tribal markings. Jesus Christ, you're in a different era when WWE has about 63. Look at the logos on the mat. I told you I'm this traditionalist. The mat, one of the things they said Vince McMahon is don't put ish on the mat. Let it look clean. And now, even though he's probably a POS, I agree with him on this regard. You don't need all of that signage on the mat. WWE, it's something different, And I guess you're getting money. You smack the shit out. All right, Daddy, uppercut him back, but you ain't hit him back like he hit you. Gunther lays it in. You don't even explain lay it in. I don't think Jay is. Yeah, he felt that a little bit, but he like, all right, I'm in there. He might whelp up that chest of yours, Jay. Uso shares my name. He ready to get. He's like, all right, we're gonna fight, my nigga. Like, let's do it. You thought it was, but see, Jay Uso should have known that from the start. I don't know what they announced as the crowd because I can't hear it, but I think the Raiders Stadium probably holds about 75,000. And they probably got in 60,000. What's going on, Lady Shay? I'm back after a long hiatus. I told everybody I felt like I was going to rehab. And I told Rick I'll be back soon, so I appreciate you checking in. I'm just watching wrestling as a wrestling fan, doing a watch along. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Sharon. Jey Uso is they're gonna drag all of this out. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special episode of Taking No Shorts podcast, a watch along of WrestleMania 41. I'm your host, Jay Grizzly Green, Night One. You watch WrestleMania on Peacock, which is a paid streaming service. So, I wish I had a promotion to say, hey, watch it with me and I'll pay for your. Wait a minute. Where was I about to go? Okay. Anyway, they're yeeting. And like I said, I'll explain to folks in another episode where I've been. Like I told folks, I felt like I just got out of rehab, and that was no disrespect to folks who've been in the program, but I had to go through the program, get my life together. All right, what is so far this match is starting out not like I wanted to, and that's me basing off of not hearing it again. Like I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. Oh, there we go. You get some of the ambiance, get the whole me in here. All right. They should have started this match out what they call hot, like like just going at it because they start this is for me. It's starting out too slow, and maybe the okay, you picked a slam, big man, but. Maybe the moment is the guys are catching up to the moment because you don't know what it's like, and I don't. So what am I saying? But I can only imagine what it's like to perform in front of 70,000 people, or knowing that you're going to perform in front of 70,000 people. Out of most people I think I performed in front of, short of a stream. And I don't even think. Well, the streams, speaks for themselves. But when I used to do stand, I think I might have gotten 50. I might have got 100 people at the Funny Bone back in 2011 or 2014, somewhere around there. And I might have got 50. And 50 is a bring a show. You bring people that know you, that's gonna laugh at you, regardless, because they cool with you. So I can only imagine you multiply that by 10,000, and that's how many people you're going to perform in front of. It's a big deal. And sometimes you freeze up. So it's nothing wrong with getting nervous. You just can't get nervous in this situation, because you're performing. People, I think, underestimate, like, the pressure sometimes on artists or performer artists. Like once you get used to breaking that nervousness threshold, that thing can come back at any time. And for me, it was for no reason. Like I'm not ashamed or afraid to be in front of an audience or speak in front of an audience or anything like that. But sometimes the brain, or just the way the day goes, or the way your day goes, you might not be having a good day, and the lights come on and just stuff is, and I always give hats off to the professionals because they do that, and you would never know it. They give you one of the best performances, but you would never know, like, earlier that day, they might have got news about some family back home, or some money issues might be going on in the background, or some health issues might be going on. You don't know, but they come out and give you your money's worth, or at least the artist. I hope the artist that you like, whether it's a music actor or whatever, gives you your money's worth on their performances. But you don't know what they're going through, and they plow through. Like I don't know how they do it, because one time I went one time at band camp. I'm talking like this because if you're watching me instead of this match, that means this match is blowing. I mean, when I say blowing, I mean suck. All right, we're seeing a move off the top rope. Gunther got Jey Uso. Jey Uso gonna win because he got on the white flames. He got on the white Air Force Ones. He should have wore the black. It go with the outfit. And the black, we all know what a person of color look like. What the connotation that comes with a person of color in some black Air Force One. So he might lose now that I say he got on the white. The referee checking on him saying, "Are you okay? Because this motherfucker is whooping your ass." He might. Did he hurt? Oh, that's a pause pinning combination. What is that? A roulette wheel as the. Is that a roulette wheel as the stage set for the match? All right, that's a little different. What's the name of the Raiders stadium anyway? Allegiant Stadium. Sorry, I know that's my cousin Ricky's team. Y'all finally got halfway decent quarterback. We'll see what y'all do, cause I don't know. That's been some hard years for them Raiders, but it looked like it might be some hard years for my Steelers too. So, all right, a spear. You got the crowd hype. I could tell what it's gonna look like by the crowd. So I don't even have to listen to it, but for streaming purposes, I can't hear it. But I'm looking at the crowd now; they're going a little crazy because he's got a little momentum with it. Hello, Mac Lady. I hope I'm saying your name right. That's Mac Lady CLS has joined. She's a supporter, been a supporter, Taking No Shorts podcast from the beginning. And I want to say we make money together. I haven't seen you that because I know we got different, we see each other in the office. So that's how we make money together, folks. So don't go there. But it's been a while since your boy been on some type of stream. And what happened? He's taking the belt and he leaving? I focus on somebody commenting, and I come back and I see Gunther is doing what heel. Heel is a wrestling bad guy. He does something that garners negative support from the audience. Boo, hiss, hate, draw that emotion. You got to do something. He did a superfly. He got a 2.5 count off the body splash. Okay, now it's picking up a little bit. Now, as far as the action, in the beginning, the first 5 minutes of this match was, forgive me. It's like, I got to carry this thing. This whole stream with this bad match coming on, this stream might last only an hour. Again, this is watching WrestleMania 41. I'm gonna just talk about my wrestling fandom and how I got into wrestling. And if anybody else want to talk about your favorite wrestler, who'd you like growing up, who'd you like now, favorite wrestler memory, favorite WrestleMania moment. Let me see. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. I remember first pro wrestling coming on my scene for me when it was Saturday mornings. Before it was after the last cartoon, but before Soul Train come on. So the Soul Train came on at 1. I don't know. Anybody know what time Soul Train came on back in the day on Saturday mornings? Let me know in the comments. But I'm Black Gen Xer, so that's why I'm saying some younger folks who probably ain't even on the street probably gonna say, "What is Soul Train? Who is Soul Train? And when is that train leaving? And is there a subway called?" Anyway, yeah. After the last cartoon went off, wrestling came on, and then Soul Train came on. So I want to say noon on a Saturday afternoon, I was watching Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. I want to say it was definitely in the late 70s, probably between 78 or 79. And I saw the likes of Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair, Blackjack Mulligan, Big John Studd, Sweet Ebony Diamond, Ivan Koloff, the Anderson Brothers, Jay Youngblood, Johnny Weaver, Greg Valentine, Roddy Piper, Great Kabuki, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the wrestling I came up on, and that's going to let you know how old I is. It's going to turn into a wrestling podcast, so I might have to tag it and put it up under wrestling because not everybody's into wrestling. And when I saw it, I was just like, "Oh, this is cool." and see, my dad was into pro wrestling too. That's probably and I know that's how I ended up watching it. He probably had it on and I saw it, or I hung around, saw it, and he saw it with me and we watched it together. Then he started taking me to the matches, which was a whole experience for young Jay Grizzy in and of itself. Like, it was probably short of the circus, like Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus. It was probably my second live event ever. I mean, like live performance event, live entertainment event ever. And to go from the circus where you got clowns, acrobats, and stuff like that to pro wrestling is that far apart. It's like opposite. Because I'm a kid, and not too many kids are. I mean, they probably were, but I felt like I was looking back. I felt like I was probably the only one of very few kids under 12 that was around. Probably, I don't know why, because they used to always say 12 kids under 12 got in for a certain price. So I don't know why I thought I was the only under 12 kid there, but that's what it felt like, because it was a whole bunch of people, not a lot of kids, a whole bunch of this one smoke. I remember smoke because it was not illegal to smoke in the Richmond Coliseum. And I don't know how my little lungs, as a former smoker, got through the secondhand smoke I got from going to the Richmond Coliseum every other Friday for the wrestling matches. Was, looks like Uso. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking here and I'm talking here because it looked like Uso's about to do something, because this match is dragging. And it's nothing exciting in it for me as the first match. Pin the man, geez Louise, so I can get back to telling my Mid-Atlantic wrestling story. And it's hard to describe with no sound. So I need, you know what? Oh, I could put it over here. That's why I got another device for. Is he running out of gas? Is Jay Uso out of gas? Nope, he hit him with the splash. Is he out of gas? He gonna hit him with another splash? He's struggling though, y'all. Yeah, he's struggling. He ain't faking. He is dead ass. He's giving you his all. Think about the cardio you got to do this. I'm thinking about it, looking at him, and I need a drink. 3 splashes to take out Gunther. Do you gonna hit the 4th, dude? No, he gonna get up. Okay. While I wait, I would like to thank and welcome everybody to Taking Those Shorts podcast special live stream of the Wrestlemania 41 watch along at night 1. I'm your host, Jay Grizzy Green, aka Mr. Leave No Meat on the Biz Zone. And you can catch my podcast anywhere where you get your podcast, plus YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. IG, all at Taking Those Shorts pod. Did he win? Did he pin him? He did. I told you. He should have. If I was him, I would have wore the black Air Force Ones. But I mean, if you're wearing the white ones, you knew what it was. He was running out of gas, and that match, they didn't give them enough time. So I'm going based on that match. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it through this, y'all. And that's not even hating on WWE. Yeah, he can't believe it. And it's he comes from a wrestling family. So outside of, the acting of pro wrestling, this is a big deal for him and his family. So they're showing the replays of it now. Replays by Slim Jim. Shout out to thinking, Randy Macho Man Savage is the place to be. Space is the place and place is the space. Oh yeah, dig it. I can't even do my best Macho Man. Everybody got a Macho Man Randy Savage voice. I used to have one, but I don't have it now, brother. But I've been thinking, and I'm the cream of the crop. Oh, yeah. That's the best I can do. Y'all let me know how I did. All right, so he made Gunther tap out. And of course, the production and everything with WWE, they got to get the most enthusiastic. I mean, that wasn't a good payoff for that. For the way they built him up. So, I mean, let's see how it goes with him being a champion. Congratulations to Jey Uso, now the World Heavyweight Champion, i.e. Flair's belt, the big gold belt. Fatu's son, Rikishi's son, Jey Uso. What's the other Uso brother name? Jimmy's brother. There he is. I just spoke him out. Well, I know one of them is, I don't know which one, because they're twins, so I don't know which one is engaged to Naomi, is another pro wrestler. Talented. It's a good feel-good moment, to get the brothers to come together. So if I won the heavyweight champ, I would want my brothers to come in and celebrate with me. And they say, you did it, Oos, you did it. And they put over and sell. Sell means convince the audience. So Bret Hart, who was one of the greatest of all times and got inducted in a match Hall of Fame over the weekend with Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I saw a thing with Bret Hart over the podcast where he said pro wrestlers now are more actors than wrestlers. They're professional actors more than professional wrestlers. And that stuck out to me. I didn't comment or put on, I should comment more, but I'm like, there's so many trolls out here, and I shouldn't let trolls not deter me from me putting my point of view on the things, but I just ain't got time for that. I'm one of them old school cats that's, say it to my face, or say it with your chest, or say it to me when I see you type of guy, and I'm not no keyboard warrior type shit. But yeah, and I said, you know what, Brett, you are 100% right. Pro wrestling now has become more of an acting, because when you're doing a promo and you're acting, you're trying to emote and pull emotion out of people, garner whatever emotion from somebody. So you got to act, and then you have to go out here and perform, the physical part of it, the physical wrestling part of it. So, but he's saying it's become more of the acting. So I was like, bro, I don't disagree with you. I see where you're coming from. I'm trying to. It never fails that my microphone comes off its stand. I'm going to get a new one. I should have got a new one before I came back on, but bear with me while I tighten this back up over here. It's off camera, so you can't see it. As he goes back into the crowd. Okay, sorry about that. No dead air. It was a lot of dead air, but it's okay. They're going to break. Okay, finally that was 40 minutes. Intro. I mean, when I say intro, walk to the ring. Intro. One wrestler was 15 minutes. Another walk to the ring intro wrestler was probably 10. So we half an hour in, and they just getting into the ring. 10 minutes of wrestling, not good, by the way, in my opinion. And then the rest is a 10-minute celebration of the 10 minutes of action we just saw. And then the feel good moment, the brothers come together. So all of that is probably another 5 minutes. And now we 48 minutes in, 50 minutes in, and we just don't get the whole thing. I just saw it pop up on my thing. Hey, tonight, y'all, make sure y'all check out my homegirl, Cree Moon. She has a podcast / content creation on her channel. I want to say, I think I got to get my thing up real quick. I've been working. I'll talk to it. I'll say that. Save that for later. But Cree Moon spelled CREE space MOON. She's my homegirl. She's been a guest on Taking No Shorts podcast plenty of times. Make sure y'all check out her podcast and her content on IG and anywhere where you get your favorite podcasts. All right, we're back to Wrestlemania. They promoting a video game again called Fatal Fury. Why, I don't know. Who is that? That's my dude, Mike Robb. What's happening, Mike? I'm watching WrestleMania, man. Chilling. Back after a little bit of a hiatus. I said I felt like I was out in rehab, out in the desert somewhere. So watching Rick Rubin. All right, so now they're showing all the celebrities that are in Vegas for WrestleMania. So Rick Rubin, who still looked like a hermit, he got that look. That's how you get away. That's how you know you got money. That was Chris Angel, a illusionist. George Kittle, an NFL Pro Bowl tight end. Who else is it? He's chugging a beer. Speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and pull me some yak. As I get ready for Legion Stadium, look like a spaceship. Was that what they wanted to do when they built it, Raiders fans? I don't know. So y'all let me know. It looked like a big spaceship in the desert. Anybody remember when the last WrestleMania was in Las Vegas? If you don't, I will tell you in 5 minutes. As the moment the match starts between the New Day Rocks. Can't believe I just did that. And the Viking Raiders or the War Raiders. I don't know who. I can't believe I paid $8 for this. It used to be though, back in the old way pay-per-view or old pay-per-view work was like in the Tyson days. Tyson would charge $80, right? $69.99, $79.99. You would buy the Tyson fight. Everybody would chip in. So it was like $10 a head. One of your homeboys, host it, get a case of beer, or get a pack. And before you know it, the party is more exciting than the fight. And there's no disrespect to Iron Mike, but Mike was dusting niggas off so quick. People, I mean, it's out there to be said, so I'm just saying it, repeating it, giving the man his flowers. But mad because back then, I probably couldn't afford the 10 to get in to watch the fight, But I paid the money. We watched the fight, and the fight was over. And before I could finish half a beer, I was like, yo, he knocked him out that quick. And I say got away with it, but Mike Tyson did that for like a decade. 2-3 times. He fight 2-3 times a year. Compared to him, they were bums. But he would wash these niggas in like a minute and a half. One time, I forgot, I think it was Razor Ruddock. He had a chin, I swear. I don't even know if Razor Ruddock is still on this planet, and if he is, God, if he isn't, God bless him and his family. I'm not besmirching him. That man had a chin because he was eating Mike Tyson. I think Razor Ruddock was either Canadian. He was West Indian, but he moved to Canada, and I don't know how or why I got the fight or who in my household got the fight. I definitely didn't get it because I was probably 14, 15 years old. So I didn't get the fight. But it lasted maybe 6 rounds. But when you back then, if you went if you went one round with Mike Tyson, cats like me was like, ooh, that's a good fight. Because you lasted more than one round with Mike Tyson. Razor Relic probably got to the 6th to 8th round. But during that 6 to 8 rounds, he was taking major bombs. He was eating major jaw rockers. And I was like, holy shit, this dude, and Tyson did not let up. He just would not go down. Then finally, he either went down, the ref had to stop it, but he ate a lot of shots. If anybody remember that fight, it's a Gen X thing or Black Gen X thing, yeah, dig. But Razor Ruddock versus Mike Tyson, I want to say that was probably 88 or 89, but that was a crazy fight. Crazy. It was definitely, it might have been 89 because it was after it definitely after Michael Spinks. The Michael Spinks one in Atlantic City got everybody. All right, what's next? New Day. New Day is Kofi Kingston and what's the man's name? I remember him as Consequences Creed. And he also had like a adult tape with Paige. I forgot the boy's name, young man's name. Let me look it up. I know Kofi Kingston. Everybody know Kofi Kingston. Kofi came in. He Ghanaian, but they tried to build him up to be West Indian, Jamaican, and I was just like, Cap. New Day tag team. Xavier Woods. I'm sorry, I didn't even finish looking it up. Sometimes, when you get to be a Black Gen Xer, shit escapes you. Okay? And it comes back. Just like I'll get back to my Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling store and how I got into pro wrestling, probably during this match. But as I watch along with the folks, you're watching Taking No Shorts podcast, special live stream. I'm your host, Jay Grizzly Green, a.k.a. Mr. Leave No Meat on the Bone. Yeah, dig.
Exactly.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe anywhere where you find your favorite podcast, live stream, and any stream of mine can be found on the following social media: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and IG, all at Taking No Shorts Pod or at Jay Grizzo. That's JayGrizzo. The New Day is going up against the Raiders, the War Raiders. It is they're a little bit cartoony for me, but they're Vikings. So Vikings ain't no black Vikings, ain't no people of color Vikings. So these are big, burly, looking white boys dressed up like Vikings. So for me, I'm out right there. I hope the brothers wear, even though Kofi got 2 purple unicorns on his back. I don't know what the fuck that means, Kofi. Oh no, that's not Kofi. That's Xavier Woods. Purple unicorns? I mean, shit, is that George Kittle? He talking shit to Kittle? George Kittle, football. All right, they starting shit with George Kittle, but I don't think. First of all, they too small to be talking shit. Like you got, ain't nobody scared of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Oh shit, what happened to my video? My IG just went down. Why? I'll get back to it. I don't know why. But there you go. You can see now. All you got to do is go look. I'm going to use this phone as my audio there. They are. I can't. I'm back, guys. I don't know what happened. On my personal IG, Jay Grizzo, JYGRIZZ, on the War Raiders. This is a live stream watch along of WrestleMania 41 Night 1. These guys look like Remember Bugs Bunny when he did the opera? That's what he looked like. Instagram is currently disconnected the stream. They currently disconnect the stream after 1 hour for most users. If you want to continue streaming on Instagram, you have to remove this destination from the stream and re-add it. Well, what do you know? I did not know that. Okay, well, I didn't know that I didn't know that they could do. I didn't know that. No, I don't want to discard. This is crazy. I'm getting back to the thing. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know IG discards, or not discard, but stop the live stream an hour. If you go over an hour, I guess I'm eating too much bandwidth up. All right, so the match starts. So this is all right. So this is a hot start. They go at it off the top. This is what Jey Uso and old boy Gunther should have did. All right. All right, they're doing the whole Viking uncivilized type of Cro-Magnon Neanderthal type deal. I get it. Oh Jesus, they're doing crazy shit though, and I don't know what Kofi and them got on. I wish somebody could have would have told me that before I. Yeah, once. I don't want to discard the video though. This is crazy. I did not know. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go back and download it from my archive. That's crazy. Gee, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for that. It's a free service though, I guess. They're doing a lot in a small amount of time here. So, like I said, I ain't know I was gonna get past this much of a live stream. And we only 2 matches in an hour. In an hour, ladies and gentlemen. WTF. I done lost everything over there. Is it gonna reset or restart? I got another monitor over there, and that went dark. I know I paid my bill. First IG go down, then my other laptop go. Oh, that looked like it hurt. That's a good move, Kofi. Can the New Day, they could be chicken shit heels, which is an old school term again. Somebody who does, because they're not big guys that can make people believe that they could beat you up. So they got to do sneaky shit that then emotes the emotion. Like, I hate you because you a little sneaky little prick, like you're a little dirtbag, little dirtbag ass bump, type of cat. They could get over being that, in my opinion, but the way they trying it now, I don't know. It's not. I can't see them being like Kofi Kingston as a heel. You would have to burn him, have him burn somebody. Like, when I say burn, like throw fire on somebody. Like, that's how Woods is a little bit better because he's a little bit more of an actor, in the character form. I'm gonna see if I can get this other IG up while I'm with y'all though, because that was crazy. Let's see. It's all right. I did all that. Where's the other destination? There we go. It says you're now live, so hopefully that works. All right, here's the Viking guy. The Viking guy is back. The biggest Viking guy who just sat on Kofi. Look, guys, I'm not. He did a half. That wasn't even a cartwheel. That was not a cartwheel he just did. I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna take half of this shit down because I have not sitting here for 4 hours. It's the first hour was 1.5 matches and I could barely get through it. Okay. barely. And I'm hoping for something better. I want to find out why this monitor over here is going out, unless it's going to reboot. Hold on, let's see. Look, hey guys, I'm here for, how they say it? I don't know if I'm here for a long time, for a short time, or for a good time. Only you can make that decision for us. Give me a second. I think that's what it was. It actually rebooted. So I might be able to see what I want to see one way or another. What I had to do was I used another device. I used another laptop, and it was doing a update, a software update. And you know, when you do a software update, it shuts down. Well, it shut down, but the update ain't finished. So who the fuck knows? I thought it shut down because it was finished, and now I'm finding out once it reboots that it's not. So go figure. All right, this big guy's about to do. He almost killed himself. He almost killed himself here, Kofi Kingston. Yeah. He tried to do a backflip off the top rope. He almost Brock Lesnar himself. They're about to show the replay. Oh, shit. He slipped, or his weight didn't, he fucked up. Luckily, it didn't end. I shouldn't laugh at that because it could have ended bad for Kofi and him, but he botched it. All right, so we're about 15 minutes into this match. And I don't know if it's because I got the live stream going, but I wasn't into the first match and I'm not into this second match. And that was the point of me doing the live stream, is because I'm thinking folks will be, but these are what they call the prelims for the main event. And why is this nigga screaming? He's a Viking, so he's he's uncivilized, and so he's maniacal. I don't know. They're physical. I could say that, but it's been more of a physical match than the other one. Well, how many matches did I see? 2, 1, I don't know. I need to get some better frames too. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can listen to it over here. And if I can listen to it, then it'll be a better stream. Hopefully, I apologize, folks. Again, this is my first time back on social media in 3 months. Just about. Like I said, I felt like I went to rehab and now I'm back. That's what I felt like. So, okay. So they won. They taking the belts and they running. And that's a long ass run back up. But they got the belts back. New Day. They can say that they are whatever times tag team champions. So that lasted about 15 minutes as well. So we're an hour and 10 minutes into WrestleMania 41, and I'm not impressed. But then again, those are the two opening matches. So, and was I supposed to be? I know I can think of the Hardys, the Dudleys, that era, what they call that era in WWF or WWE, the Attitude Era, where the first two matches on a card was just as good as the main event. You had so many guys. So, again, I'm not a traditionalist or old fogey or holding on to old stuff back in my day. This was good and that. No, because if it was a good match, I would have said those first two matches was good, but they were at best below average, at best, in my opinion. So that's what happens when you get a little seasoning on you. You don't just dish out credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't. Just like I tell my kids, just because you got credit don't mean you're supposed to use it all up right now. You know, because if you learn from me, if you use it up all right now, then you ain't gonna have it when you really want to need it. So we come from a generation, and this is part of what my podcast, Taking No Shorts, is about. Retro Real, and I forgot the other one. But because we are Black Gen Xers and we grew up in a different time than our kids, and by now some of our grandkids, we try to instill those values into them in a world where social media and just the way the world has moved and the technology has moved, they're telling them something different, which is against what the values that we're trying, or at least I am as a Black Gen Xer trying to instill in my kids. So that's a challenge, man. I mean, you can't tell them sometimes to put their phone down, and that's strange for me to say because I use the platform, but again, I've put that phone down, and if you go back on any of my timeline, there's been times where I have left. I'm sorry, guys, I got a bit of a cold. That doesn't have anything to do with my rehab. My rehab, not cold, allergies. I'm sorry, I get those. I get a stuffy nose. But I know what I gotta do tonight. They showing O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube Jr. Look just like him, and Michael Shea. They showing celebrities again, but yeah. So the technology is kind of against the way Gen Xers was brought up, but at the same time, we still can participate in it because we not came of age, but we were adults and still were functioning when this technology come along. So we see both sides of that coin. And so I'm just trying to give them, because they already got that side. They got that digital side down packed. You can't even scream. You can't even, I could probably scream fire in my house and nobody would hear me because, I could scream the house is on fire and I would be out and everybody else, me and the dog would be out, but everybody else would get burnt up because they got in their earbuds and they didn't hear me say, get out the house, fire, or the fire alarm went off. So I'm there to say, put the phones down. So sometimes there's times where you got to, if you want to keep your humanity, that's what I'll say. I think Cargill and Naomi is about to come. Now, I'll hang around for that, That's going to be good. And again, I started out in the early part of the stream talking about women's wrestling. And again, I'm to be fair, I'm not saying, I'm not. It's always, let me start by saying this. It's okay to look at male wrestling for the women that want to look at male wrestling and say, oh, because they all greased up and got on their drawers and all that, for them to say that they look some kind of way attractive to them or whatever. I get that. So when the women come out, they dress in all kinds of way. A man is going to say, ooh, but that don't mean like he want to, I'm just saying that off the bat. So I'm not hyper criticizing women's wrestling from a sexist point of view. Totally am not. I'm talking from a wrestling fan point of view. This next ladies match, Naomi and Jay Cargill, was built up correctly. They did the mystery. Somebody did something to hurt Jane through a car window, a windshield. Didn't know who it was. Turns out it was Naomi. So the build up, the acting part of that feud was good. Now, this is what they call a payoff, because you build up a story and then you have a conclusion to it. In WrestleMania for them, this will be a conclusion, or it may not. It might be just a what they call a part one of their saga or their issue. And I'm curious to see how this match goes, because Jay Cargill came up in AEW and she was green as grass, how they say. And Naomi she's been in the wrestling business for a while, and she's gotten better, and you can see the improvement, but she's just not at the high echelon yet, in my opinion. So we'll see how this match goes, but they definitely built it up right. Kudos to whoever put that together, because that's one of the things I follow, and not because they're women and all that stuff. I'm following it because they made it interesting to watch. And I'm talking about the wrestling promoters or the wrestling writers. I'm sorry, I'm going to go over here and see if I can listen to this thing. No, 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 no. Nobody can do like I do. It's taking a while because this computer is slow, and that's why I'm trying to upgrade it. So, all right, here come Naomi. She's out. She's the heel. She's the bad guy. She's changed the look a little bit. It's okay. No, Naomi is a good wrestler. She's more height than wrestler, but they're trying to change that, and that's a good thing. So they're trying to make her a good wrestler with the height, and she's coming along. That's what I'll say. I'm gonna go try to see if I can catch the audio over here, guys. If I'm not on camera, y'all will just hear me like, "Hey, I think I got it. At least that's what they telling me. It's just taking a slow time. All right, so we got heat. They say that come on. She's got caution tape all around. That's her get up. WrestleMania weather report. Oh, she's Storm. Okay. She's coming out as Storm because if you know Jay Cargill, she has the gray hair, the white hair. I don't know what you call it. Is it gray, white, gray? She has the look of a cartoon character though. She's a fitness model, so she has all of that. So I think that's right. That might be what they're going with. But they got the weatherman putting this out for Jay Cargill, the weatherman who's known for the weather, Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel, the hurricane guy. Reason why this computer over here wasn't working, they needed my security code. God damn, I put so many. Get rid of these security codes. All right, so I'm getting a commercial so for my audio over here. So I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here, guys. So bear with me. Jay Cargill's walking down. I don't know if she I don't know if she got work or not. Doesn't matter. What the fuck am I talking about? I might be pulling on too much with two string, all this going on, but she's definitely in shape. I could say that. Like she's cut like she's more cut than China was. China was big, but Jade Cargill is lean. Like that's lean from a bodybuilder's point of view. I'm not sexualizing her whatsoever, but she's very lean. She don't have a lot of body fat. For how that she got there, I don't know. But China, if you remember China, God bless her, she no longer is with us. But China was bulk, like bulky, and then when she got off the steroids and stuff, she slimmed down, but she was still bulky. She was not as lean as Jay Cargill is. So here we go. We are off and running. There was some talk that this was a rehearsed match, because the ladies are not. The sound ain't working, so I'm gonna go back over it. I'm gonna go back over it. That other computer is just too slow. So if this thing might look staged. And if what is up with her back? It's a big bump. When I say what's up with her back, is her back tatted or she got something like? Is that an apparatus or something like a corset? Or does it look like she had stuff going up her spine on the? Okay, it's a bodysuit. That's all I need to say. When I say that, it just makes sense. She has on a bodysuit, a flesh-colored bodysuit. Elegante is the first thing I think of.
Exactly.
If you don't know who Elegante is, look him up. Holy fuck. WWE, you got Jay Cargill, got one of the best physiques in ladies pro wrestling, and y'all got her in a bodysuit? Seriously? Seriously. D- so far. 3 matches in. They was at a regular D until I saw those, and somebody in the back in the gorilla position, or that's the production area, got to see that and got to say whoever did that, they got to be docked some pay. Like, why y'all put a bodysuit on one of the best physiques in female pro wrestling? Y'all covering her up for what? Unless she's got something to cover up. Like, she might have a scar. She might have, some type of work that might have been done. I don't know. But no. Okay. I might be overdoing it, guys. It might be me. But we are hour and 30 minutes in. Oh, that's a good move there, Naomi. I should, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save the rest of this at an hour and 30 after this match, because tomorrow when I do this, I'm only gonna jump on and do it for the main events. I can't believe. I think the main event tonight is either Cena and Cody, I don't know, or CM Punk, the 3-way, Seth, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. And I might come back. I'm not, because I want, I got regular middle-aged man hours now, so. But I'm thoroughly not into this for 3 matches. I should have planned this better, but again, it was impromptu. And I hope I got some good sound bites out of it that I can edit it. But do me a favor, guys, before I sign off, y'all go check out my homegirl Cree Moon's podcast. That's at Cree Moon, CREEMOON. I might be messing up her at, but if you search Cree Moon, a comedian Cree Moon, you'll find her. She's on YouTube mainly. I've seen her, but she's also on my friends list on Taking No Shorts Pod and at Jay Grizzo. But check her out tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm a guest on her platform, upcoming real soon, and I look forward to being her guest. Gonna have fun. One of the comedians I met when I first came into the game that I found funny, and you find folks like that when you get into stand-up comedy, and you kind of make friends, and then if you make friends outside of comedy, that's even better. So Cree's a good sister. All right, this is cringeworthy only because of the outfit, and it's all the way up to her neck. Oh, that's she's strong with that. She caught her. Oh, get the elbow. Good. That was. I mean, that was impressive. That was something she had to do to save the move, because she's a strong woman. She tried. I think Naomi was short on jumping, and so she pulled her up. She had the dead man lift her. But Jay's still a little. I'm nitpicking, because if you can't say she's clumsy. Her footwork in the ring can tell that that just comes with experience, like her foot, like knowing where to go and how many steps it take from. She got to catch her again. See, kip up. I mean, I'm pulling for Jay. Honestly, I am, only because you can see that she didn't put that lace front though. Ooh, Lord, goddamn.
Exactly.
She's put in the work, man, she is putting in that work, but they putting her in a big spot, and she ain't got enough time because they done already brought her in as a star. So she got to do star shit, and her work is not star level yet. She's a star, but her work not at star level yet. I'm just being honest, and I like her. I'm pulling for her. See, she's strong. She's doing the strong people stuff again. Butt buster. Oh no, she hurt her back. She broke her goddamn spine. Yeah, this match is over. I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna get the edits done, and then you can move, Naomi. Naomi's coming on. Naomi's been good in this match, but I just can't get past that goddamn suit. It's something to say while I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna end the night in the first three matches of WrestleMania night one, because that's how much I thought about it. With the rest of the story of how I got into wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, going to the Richmond Coliseum, smoke-filled Coliseums. I want to say they came every Friday or every other Friday. I want to say it was every Friday, though. And if we could make it, ticket prices in the late 70s and early 80s, a dad could take his son and they could go. My dad wasn't a drinker or a smoker, but god darn, that place was smoked out. When I say smoked out filled. And as a, say, 78, I was 6. So no, I wouldn't say that. I want to say 80. So 79 and 80, I was 7 and 8. For my poor little lungs to be in the Richmond Coliseum with all that smoke should have been against the law. I should be getting some from some cigarette company, some type of settlement for that. I know I can't now, but it was hell. Oh shit! She almost broke her up. I'm just seeing a pop-up power bomb. I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching along. WrestleMania 41 Night 1, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. She just did a very impressive move. She got on a whole bodysuit, but didn't need it. She pinned Naomi for the 1, 2, 3. She got a revenge. Where she goes from here, I don't know. But I do know they better not put a bodysuit on her again. And I know she ain't safe to do it. So it's got to be a reason for that. I'm going to hashtag it because I'm wrapping up the stream a little bit after this story. Her lash is about to come off. It looked like they glue them all right for her. Everything is plastic on Jade except for, I don't know if she got on a tights or not. But why? Why? Ladies and gentlemen, pro wrestling fans need to tell me that. And again, I'm a fan. So yeah, and then on top of that, my introduction to wrestling in the late 70s, early 80s, had to go use the bathroom because they had intermissions at the live shows, at the live events. You know, this was an impressive move right here. A twist powerbomb. That was impressive, and then her finisher. But, you know, they had intermission. Intermission was probably like 30 minutes, and it was to get to, you know, rest of the show together. We usually bring down a cage or, you know, something like that. And that's when it was time to go to the restroom. And my dad's like, you gotta go to the bathroom? And I'm like, yeah, just to get away from all this fucking smoke. And you go to the restroom and there's a line. And any sporting event, it's a line, anything like that. And then when you finally get through the line, there is, I lied to you not, it wasn't no urinals. The Richmond Coliseum had troughs. If you don't know what a trough is, and I don't know how to spell it off the top of my head, and I won 3rd grade. I think I came as runner-up or won 3rd grade spelling bee. But trough, Trough, trough. It's what you put all the food in for the bear, the cows, or for an animal to eat. Or you make a canal, a straight canal or a circular canal or a rectangle canal where all the men can openly, men and boys, can openly in a circle, let's talk about circle jerk, but they could pull a penis out in a circle or in a rectangle or in a line and pee, do it number one. I said, what? And this is now looking back. This is my 2025 eyes looking back on the 1979 situation. But goddamn, how we've come a long way. I mean, we got bidets now. You don't have to move. You don't have to touch anything for it to flush or anything like that. You got bidets built into the toilet and everything, which is wonderful. I all that type of technology, whoever did that needs to be making more money than somebody making an iPhone, I guess. But back in my day, and there I go saying my Black Gen X days, you had a trough. And if there was more than one person at that trough, that other person is pulling out to do a number one. What was you going to do? Wait, hold it, not do it? You got to go. How insane. As they show off, Lil Yachty got the big gold belt. All the celebrities in between the matches. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this part of the live stream because IG didn't shut me down. What's up, Skates? Skates, I just saw the first three and I'm shutting the shit down, man. I can't. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna do the last three matches tomorrow. But the first three, I gave it a D-. I'm out. I can't. How they gonna put a bodysuit, Skates, on Jade Cargill? She got the best body in women's pro wrestling, and they put a bodysuit on her. I'm disgusted. I'll hit you, Skates. I'll hit you up tomorrow if you want to jump on. Maybe I after the night I need. So the next batch, which I'm not going to be on the stream to watch, which is a good thing. Jacob Fatu against LA Knight. I don't want to see that. I think I'm going to jump on tomorrow if you're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Jay Green, at Jay Grizzo, and at Taking No Shorts Pod. The last two matches or somewhere in between night 2 of WrestleMania 41, night 2, the back half of that. So I'll try to get the main event and maybe an hour and a half, because the beginning hour of night 1, that's my bad, y'all. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody that has been rocking with me. If you want to know more about where I was, just go back and rewind or put it a little bit down in the bottom of the bed. Like I said, I had to go to rehab, or what felt like rehab, but I'm back and I'm not going to relapse, y'all. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, peace.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.